Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy DK Bones here with another episode of The Bones Are Talking, episode 17. Begin the stream like I did last stream, giving a shout out to my friend who's doing good things for the community with those who are in abusive situations. Again, in my last stream, I shouted out her information. If you know anyone, or if you yourself are in any situation that you may need help, contact this number and this information. Okay. All right. So let's get on with the show. Again, hit that like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. And we're going to get into things. I'm going to start off with, I think I have like 3 or 4 trailers to get into. I got a lot of stuff that I want to get into. I keep pushing stuff back. A lot of stuff going on with myself lately. Work, personal stuff, health stuff. But I'm here. So sorry for if I didn't do the stream when I had scheduled it. But I will try to keep on top of that for now on. Anyways, without further ado, let's get on to our first trailer, which is Predator Badlands, which drops next week. Not this weekend coming up, but the following weekend. And this is their latest trailer. Make comments on it. Can't play it all the way through because I'll get hit. Learn that from the last stream. They hit me on a lot of stuff that I played because I didn't stop. But here we go. Predator Badlands.
The ways of your kind are ones of violence. Either you are hunted, or you become the hunter.
So I don't know if he lost a battle and got kicked out, or what, or if this is a youth and he's learning the ways. But let's keep going. I have to make comments in the middle because I can't play it all the way through.
Welcome to the most dangerous planet in the universe, where everything is trying to kill you.
So far, the special effects look decent. Can't complain about that. Only thing about these movies, man, if this came back out in the late 90s, early 2000s, with the movie ticket prices, I would go see it without a doubt. But right now, with everything so inflated, you got to pick and choose what you want to go see in the theaters. Even with those movie deals they give you, you still got to pick and choose with everything else going up.
Many of your kind have come here. None have survived.
I don't get her role in it, but yeah, let's keep going.
You're after a creature.
It's his last chance to become what I think is huge. He doesn't look. I don't. I just maybe it's. Hopefully they explain if he's a youth or whatever. I don't like the look of the Predator like this and why he can't wear a mask or anything. I hope they explain that in this movie.
It can't be killed.
So he's trying to become an ultimate predator to go seek the prey on other people or other things, as I should say.
Yaslan zo ijet.
You say your failure. Your failure means death, so he must have failed at something.
Zo ijet. Det jet you laichish.
I don't get the point of the Android. Like they could have, to me, they could have did without it, but hopefully the movie explains it when it comes into theaters. It looked like he was fighting other predators. Yeah, they look like other predators. Hopefully they're not making this out to be a female. Because that's going to be dead. Maybe it's a young youth, I don't know. Well, I'm not going to write it off. It looks decent enough. But like I said, ticket prices are up and people are not flocking to the theaters like they used to. If it's a Tuesday, I think they still do the Tuesday deals. Maybe I'll go see it. And I'm off that Tuesday. We'll see. But it's not bad, but it's not amazing. Anyways, on to the next topic. Show that I enjoyed last year. Landman. Who's this out? Oh, I think it's not sharing for some reason. Sorry. For some reason it wasn't sharing. Landman, I really enjoyed the first season. I mean, it had its ups and downs, but it was a decent show. I like Big Wild Thornton. I liked his character. I liked some of his side characters. His ex-wife, I didn't like that whole thing, but it was a decent show. But here's the latest trailer. I believe this comes out November 16th. So let's watch this. Make this bigger. Uh-oh. It's not letting me do it. It was playing before. Holy crap. I guess we're not going to watch it. Let me try to refresh it. Alrighty then. They must have took it off, copyrights or something. Let's see. Let's see if they let me do it. Nope, they took it down. They took it down. Anyways, Landman comes out November 16th. We'll be trying, well, we'll watch it. I'll let it sit for the first couple of weeks because I think, how many episodes is this? Let's see if they say. It doesn't say on here. But yeah, I definitely will be tuning into that. All right, on to the next trailer then, since they won't let me do Landman. I saw this last night, Last Samurai Standing. I guess this comes out November 13th on Netflix, not in theaters. So I may tune in. I haven't been paying attention to Netflix as much as I used to with all the other streaming out there. But I saw this. I figured let me stream it and see what everybody else thinks about it. So here we go. Last Samurai Standing.
また刀を抜くおつもりですか。
金が手に入りそうなんだ。
And if you're not into subtitles, then this probably will not be for you. But let's continue.
必ず戻る。
これより皆様に参加していただく遊びの名は孤独。手段は問いません。木札を奪い合うのです。
Jeez. That was intense. Major battle took place there. So let's continue. Oh, huh.
点目。
生き残る気はあるか。
Oh, wow. I'm not, I guess there's a fight over family or clans or whatever. I don't know. Sorry. Sorry. I wish I had more details. Like I said, I saw this. I was like, let me watch this trailer.
行きたい。
俺から離れるな。見つけたぞ。聞くを見て。
The guy looks like pure evil. This reminds me of, I don't know if you guys, some of this stuff coming out reminds me of up to date old kung fu shows that were back in the 80s, 70s, or whatever. I remember watching them on Saturdays or waiting at the barbershop watching them. Kung Fu is either Kung Fu or Godzilla or King Kong.
私が必ず再興させる。
これは神に供物を捧げる道具だ。
裏にいる奴ら。
Yeah, this definitely reminds me of that old Kung Fu shows that were on TV back in the 70s, 80s when you watched on Saturday.
相当でかい。
お前たちは何者だ。あれは化け物だ。もうすぐ全て滅びる。
The choreography on this the sword fighting is amazing. Disney, Star Wars needs to hire these guys.
滅びる。
Looks decent enough to me. I don't know what other people think about it, but I think it looks pretty cool. So Last Samurai Standing comes out November 13th on Netflix. The series follows 300 samurai warriors gathered at Tijuana Temple who fight in a battle royale to win 100 billion yen prize. Oh, so it's over money. So yeah, if you're interested in something like that, there you go. All right, on to our next trailer. I think I have, this is the last trailer. I saw this, and this is out of Amazon MGM Studios. And it has Chris Hemsworth, Mark Ruffalo, Barry Cohen, and Halle Berry. I think this is going to be decent. It's going to come out the day before or Valentine's Day weekend. I think it would be. If it comes into theaters, it says coming into theaters only. I will tune into this. Let me know what you think.
Mike,
Sharon. So what are we driving?
if you can guess, I'll give you the keys to it.
Ooh, Chevy Chevette, racing green.
She looks good for her age. She looks really good for her age.
Right color.
That is a beautiful car. I need to be in your line of work.
No, I'll just keep going. I was pausing.
I'm real good at reading people.
And what have you read about me?
Okay. You look like a person who has secrets. You got the cars, the clothes, but you can't seem to look me in the eye.
That's a telltale. Somebody can't look you in the eye, then that means they're either hiding something or lying.
Start by handing me your phone.
You're looking at robberies of
He looks horrible. Sheesh. He didn't age well.
robberies of jewels, money, or high-value items in the last 4 years. Now, remove every robbery where there was DNA left at the scene.
Oh, I got Nick Nolte. I didn't even know he was still alive, man. Sheesh. I'm not trying to be mean. I didn't know he was still alive. He was one of my. I loved him as an actor. I loved his voice. He has a sinister voice.
I think all of these are the same guy. And he hits every time along the 101 freeway.
I came here to make you a business proposition. I've worked at the same company for 11 years. You're a VP when you should be a partner.
Well, he's trying to bribe her. Interesting.
Those high-value items your company insures, I occasionally make them disappear. And no one gets hurt. I wouldn't die for an insurance company. Get in. There's water in the trunk.
That's slick. There's water in the trunk.
Here's a courier carrying watches and gems. And the buyer's paying cash. Looking at $11 million in one room. 3 of which I'll be taking.
Doesn't matter how much money you make, it's never enough.
I'll know when I have enough.
How?
I have to pause again so I do not get copywritten or they flag me or anything. Yeah. Here we go.
He's planning something new, Father.
My dad always says you gotta break a few eggs. You tell him I see you again, you're both dead.
As smart as that guy is, he can't help but form a pattern. I'm getting
I guess he doesn't look too bad. I mean, I'm starting to look old in my age. Sorry, Mark Ruffalo, for making that comment, bro.
close. I know it.
Something doesn't feel right.
Nice car. You into cars?
Yeah, I prefer the old American ones.
I used to dream of having a Mustang when I was a kid.
Steve McQueen.
You ever see the Thomas Crown Affair? Well, he's a high-class thief in it.
I like Bullet. All the chases.
Yeah, this is going to be good for a February movie. Maybe it might do the same thing that The Working Man did. I don't know if Chris Hemsworth can pull the crowd, though.
You're about.
They have a lot of Academy Award winners in it, I have to say. So it should be decently acted if the director and everyone did their jobs. This movie should be decent.
To break every rule you've ever lived by. What makes this job different?
There comes a moment when you realize you don't have as much time as you thought you had.
It comes out February 13th. Valentine, I think that's like Valentine's weekend. Anyways, yeah, I think that's the last of my trailers. A lot of my other stuff is going to be articles and a couple other videos, political videos. But let's get into some of my entertainment articles. We have Camila Mendez says Master of the Universe isn't one big joke. I guess people are coming out saying some crap about Master of the Universe. I think it might be a joke, but let's see what she has to say in this article. This article is from Cosmic Book News, Will Harrigan. Let's see. Camila Mendez, who stars as Tila in Masters of the Universe, is sharing her thoughts on the upcoming 2026 film, particularly in its tone, which she says strikes the right balance between humor and seriousness. Well, that's how the cartoon was. If anybody watched the cartoon or remembers the cartoon, it was action and the original one. Action and a little bit of comedy. Mendez is on joining the franchise. Speaking about why she joined the project, Mendez explained that taking on a superhero role was always on the radar. Always known I wanted to do a superhero movie. At one point, she says, also nothing I like to work out, But what ultimately sold her wasn't just the genre; it was the script and the execution. The sense of humor, but it's also it isn't a complete, but it also isn't completely one big joke. And as added, they uh, they they did such a good job with striking that balance. I think people are going to really like it. I don't know. I don't know if I'm sold on this too. I don't know why they haven't dropped any kind of teaser or something. I balanced the tone for the new generation. A longtime fan skeptical about how Master Universe translate to the big screen. Mendez comments are likely to reassure the franchise is rooted in over-the-top characters, colorful mythology, and 1980s nostalgia. But Mendez says the film avoids falling into full-on parody. It sounds like director Travis Knight is aiming for something more grounded, like fun but not mocking the source material. Mendez praises the strong execution, suggests that filmmakers are threading the needle between camp and credibility. And I guess they have a clip of her saying something.
I mean, I had always dreamed of doing a project like that. I always had known I wanted to do a superhero movie at one point. I think I like to work out. I'm into fitness, and I'm like, oh, I really want to do something where I get to use that part of myself. And I really got to do that here. It was so challenging. I learned so much about my body and about nutrition and fitness, and I felt like I was really in my element doing that film. And I also just really love the story. The execution was really strong. Like, it has a sense of humor, but it also isn't completely one big joke. And the tone of it, they just did such a good job with striking that balance, and I think people are really going to like it.
All right. I think they have another clip of her saying something. Let's see.
Nicholas
Galitzine, what a talent.
He's the nicest.
He's such a sweetheart. I'm so excited for people to see him in this movie.
Tell me what it was
really
like seeing him for the first time walk on set with those muscles.
Well, I was lucky enough to see the transformation from the beginning, but I mean, we were there for 2 months in London training every day together.
Oh, really?
So we were in it together the whole time. But even when I got there, he got there maybe like a month or so before me, I don't remember. But by the time I got there, it was like he was a different person. Like, I was like so amazed about the transformation just from the few weeks that he went before me. And yeah, the end product was incredible, and I'm really excited for people to see him in it.
So you get into a lot of the action.
Oh yeah. I did a lot of it
Tell
was
me
really fun. I mean, I had like a few big stunts that I got to practice for months. I mean, it was like a very rigorous training process. I'd never had.
Okay. But yeah, Master Universe comes out next year, June 5th, 2026. If you want to hear any more of this, you can go to Cosmic Book News. And it's Will Harrigan comments from the 23rd. But I don't know. I never heard of her. I mean, I guess I'm getting bad with actors, kind of like my parents, but actors' names don't carry like they used to. So hopefully the movie is good. Anyways, going on to a new, more in the season topic. Nightmare on Elm Street director wants Jim Carrey as Freddy Krueger. And I saw this article last week also by Will Harrigan on Cosmic. Jim Carrey might have what it takes to bring Freddy Krueger back from the dead, at least according to Nightmare on Elm Street Dream Warriors director Chuck Russell. During an interview on Dread Central's Development Hell podcast, Russell said he believes Carrey could reinvent the horror icon if the franchise takes a creative leap forward. So this is just all speculation. I guess he can pull that role. Jim Carrey's like he knows how to do different Russell, who directed Carrie and Mask 1994, praised the actor's range, intensity, suggesting that a comedic background and ability to play darker roles could make for an interesting new take on Freddy Krueger. Jim, in my opinion, this is quote, could almost do anything if he put his heart into it, Russell said. For Jim to do it, we have to do something that was another leap in the Elm Street series, a little bit like what Wes did with his very meta new Nightmare. I think Jim would only consider it, and I would only consider harnessing Jim if there was a whole new direction in Elm Street. Russell said he would love to do another Elm Street if there was a full support of everybody, and mentioned that Patrick Arquette, who starred as Christian Parker in Dream Warriors, has expressed interest in return. So I don't know. I don't know. What do you guys think if Jim Carrey did it? I don't think that would be his face, but I don't know. I just saw the article and I figure I'd share with the mass and get your viewpoint. Again, like and subscribe if you're watching, and let me know. Let me see if I got some comments. What's up, Uncle T, man? My bad. I didn't see your comments on there, bro. I've been, I don't get that many people following. It doesn't show me if anybody's watching. But yeah, I don't know if you were talking about Nightmare on Elm Street, or were you talking about Master of the Universe? But yeah, that would be interesting if Jim Carrey would open up to this role. I don't think that would. I think they would change his face a little bit different, more sinister like this. I don't think it would be like this per se. But yeah, let me know what everybody thinks about Jim Carrey possibly being Freddy Krueger. Our next article, which I didn't read the article. I saw the highlight. All that stuff, I just read the headlines for it, and I'm like, oh, I'll read the article with everyone. But this one, the G.I. Joe Transformers, if any kid that was born in the 70s or 80s, they remember watching these cartoons after school, and they always dreamt of what will happen if the Transformers or G.I. Joe would link up into a universe. And this is something people wanted, well, young boys have wanted for decades. Robert Kirkman launching Transformers G.I. Joe animated universe with adult Energon series. This will only work if the anime is decent. The rumors are true. Robert Kirkman is bringing his Energon Universe comics to life as an adult animated series and officially in the works. Skybound Entertainment, co-founded by Walking Dead and Invincible creator Kirkman, has partnered with Hasbro Entertainment to develop Energon Universe as an entertainment crossover series featuring Transformers G.I. Joe, Board Rivals. Joe Henderson Lucer is attached as a writer and showrunner. Project will soon be taken to streaming and network buyers. So this, I guess, this is happening. I know there was talk about a movie, but I don't know if that's still happening. With how Hasbro is doing things. There was rumor that Michael Bay was coming back to Transformers. The last Transformer was dead on arrival. But this should be interesting. I think this is going to happen. Adult animation like Invincible, despite featuring traditional family-friendly Hasbro characters, Energon Universe series is being developed for adults in the same vein as Invincible, Kirkman's other animated hit. According to Deadline, the tone will reflect Kirkman's gritty storyline rather than the Saturday morning cartoon vibe of the original 1980s series. So there's going to be deaths, and this is not going to be like the original cartoon series, especially with G.I. Joe, where you shooting missiles and planes down and stuff blowing up and nobody dies. You just see parachutes and people surviving. They had to do that because kids are watching it. If he's sticking to how he's doing Invincible, then it's gonna be blood and guts and deaths all around. This signals Hasbro's interest in aging up its properties for a mature audience while still maintaining its younger schooling film and storylines. I don't think that should be a problem because a lot of anime does the same thing. I mean, young people are watching anime and there's butts and good gore in a lot of the anime that's going on lately. Comic universe built for TV. The Energon Universe comics launched in 2023 with Void Rivals. I haven't seen that. To surprise readers by featuring Jetfire from Transformers that kicked off a fully connected universe, bringing Transformers and G.I. Joe into a shared continuity overseen by Kirkman through the Skybound imprint. The line quickly became a hit. Over 7 million units have been sold globally, with Transformers #1 and Void Rivals #1 and G.I. Joe #1 all setting sales records. The comics, man, I didn't even know about this. The comics earned critical acclaim, with Transformers winning 2 Edgar Awards in 2024. The mainline G.I. Joe series launched this November following the early character-focused ministry. So these are comics. So they're all going to intertwine, I guess. Jen Henderson leading the showrunner, brings experience of adapting comics to screen. Previously led Lucifer to success on Netflix and worked on White Collar and Almost Human. He involved such suggestions that Energon Universe's series will focus on tight character arcs, serializing storytelling rather than just action spectacle. What about the live action movies? While Kirkman's Energon Universe targets adult animation, Hasbro and Paramount continue to develop live action projects. As previously reported, new Transformer and G.I. Joe crossover movie is supposed to be in the works. We suggest that Michael Bay, as I said, will return producing it in directing capacity. So we're going to get an animated cartoon with the G.I. Joe and Transformers. So for me, I'm kind of stoked about it. Hopefully it doesn't fall on his face like a lot of other things that's been coming out, but I'm looking forward to this. It's a childhood dream come true. Let's see, I put something else up there. Sorry, I'm getting my stuff together. Anyways, we're gonna make a jump from movies and comics and cartoons to some more real stuff. So if you don't want to watch it, you don't have to watch it. But if you like what you've seen so far, hit that like and subscribe. And I would appreciate it very much. So we're going to get into some politics. And we're going to go to our good friend, Gavin Newsom. This is going to be like read articles and just go. This is from Ben Johnson off of X. Absolute massive breaking news. 250,000 plus Californians have signed a petition for mandatory vote ID in just 2 weeks. More signed on each day. We need 1 million signatures for California voter ID. This would mean doom for the election cheating in California. In which, yeah, that would be drastic for some of these states. Which is shit. I don't understand why You need ID to buy beer. You need ID to buy cigarettes. You need ID to do a lot of things, but you don't need ID to vote in certain states, which is ludicrous. I don't know why it shouldn't be a mandatory thing nationwide. And I'll argue with anybody about, or have a conversation with anybody about why there shouldn't be a voter ID. But he's a clown. He's a clown, big clown, and he has opponents or people like a good friend that used to be on the Man Show speaking out against him.
In California, people are like, no kings. It's like,
Oh, God.
no kings.
Yeah, no
There's
kings.
a guy 3 miles from here that built a beautiful tree house on his property 20 years ago, and 3 months ago, the government showed up and tore it down. That's governmental overreach. The other stuff where they close the border or they're fucking around with tariffs or they want to lower the corporate tax rate or something, that's governmental. Government showing up on your property and tearing down a structure that you built, that's overreach, and that is no problemo in Los Angeles. We vote for the guy who closes the beaches, who bulldozes the skate parks, who closes the
restaurants
parks,
and
closes
businesses.
restaurants and business and churches, and closes schools. That's not a king. Throwing you out of your business and shutting your kid's school down and shutting the beach down, arresting you in the bay for paddleboarding. That's not kingly behavior, according to California.
And let that sink in. Let that sink in for a lot of people. You get these people that are saying no kings, this, and this, and they're voting for people that are actually dictators, or actually acting like dictators. I'm not going to call them dictators because I'll get in trouble, but are actually doing the things that are dictator-ish things, especially with the 2020 thing and 2021, but everything that was going on, and they were partying up while everybody else was. You're not allowed to go see your loved ones in the hospital. You're not allowed to go do things for Thanksgiving. You're not allowed to go do this, and this. Your kids were freaking at home doing viral video calls, teaching. And that's not acting like a king or a dictator. Let that sink in to, oh, well, our current president is building a blah, blah, blah on the new White House. Well, a lot of presidents did it. And he's not even using taxpayer dollars. I think the thing is that you have to stop following the masses and think for yourself and see what these other people are spewing out, because a lot of people that spew out what they're saying are doing exact same thing. It's like what they say about cheaters. Cheaters accuse people of doing the very thing that they're doing, and they're the ones cheating. Same exact thing with these politicians, no difference. And then you have this other clown out in California, which I don't. If you guys vote her in office, God bless you, California.
Katie Porter's ex-husband joining in on the criticism of the California gubernatorial candidate after unflattering videos surfaced, including one showing her yelling at her staffer. Watch.
My shot. You also were in my shot before that. Stay out of my shot.
I posted this video on my last stream. California, if you vote for this, you guys you deserve it. I mean, you deserve Newsom. I mean, how many times did he get put back in office? I mean, that's why you need voter ID. You guys should be put down on your ballot no matter what. Voter ID, so you don't get these freaking idiots that are destroying your freaking state, which California was, everybody wanted to go there. Oh yeah, it's a little bit expensive, but California it was safe. You didn't have to do it. You didn't have to deal with this bull crap that these people are doing. You can even look in this lady's eyes. She belongs in an asylum or something. Just look at her. Would you want her around your kids?
So the poor man who was married to Katie Porter at one point says, quote, now, master manipulator who would not, that's a quote from him, she's a master manipulator who would not be a good governor. He also told the New York Post, quote, the amount of staff she goes through the horrible things that she says about others, those are not fabrications. She can't even get along with Nancy Pelosi. Oh boy, Porter's team is reacting to the interview, saying in a statement, Katie and her ex-husband divorced more than a decade ago and have a positive and productive relationship.
They have to say that. They have to clean up her act. Gosh, this lady's a buffoon, man. California, why is she even a candidate?
Sounds like it.
Yeah, as they continue to co-parent their 3 children. I mean, that's such a stupid response. I mean, it's obvious they don't have a positive relationship.
Yeah, there's no words to describe this individual. She's off her rockers. Off the rockers. All right, let's continue on. Speaking of California, I don't know if it's true or not, but it's breaking. It says Joe Rogan suggests Trump run for governor of California after, but he can't do that because I think you have to be a resident to run for a state officiating group. But anyways, let's get into my state. State of Florida is breaking. Florida police have busted a Colombian theft ring run by illegal aliens disguised as landscapers. 5 suspects now sit in jail. All 5 are Colombian nationals in the U.S. illegally with ICE detainers. Colombian crime ring had fake uniforms and detailed maps of wealthy neighborhoods, even hidden cameras to track their victims. Orange County deputies were ready with drone cameras to catch them in the act. These are only 5 people they caught. And imagine how many more people out there are doing this. Thousands in stolen design handbags and shoes. They thought they had gotten away with it, but the drone tracked the group to the meetup spot. The officers moved in, all caught on camera. We were invaded, and we see more of it every day. They all must go back.
Florida have broken up a migrant burglary ring. A group of illegal immigrants from Colombia dressed as maintenance workers were caught on a drone camera stealing from high-end houses. So now we know how it's happening. Dana Marie McNichol is live from Miami with more. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Dana. That's right. This Colombian crime ring was sophisticated. Fake uniforms, detailed maps of wealthy neighborhoods, even hidden cameras to track their victims. But little did they know the police was tracking them. Orange County deputies were tipped off, and they were ready with drone cameras to catch them in the act. You can see 2
It's a nice house. Not too bad.
men disguised as landscapers casing the backyard of this home in Orlando. They walked in with empty bags, but walked out 30 minutes later with thousands in stolen designer handbags and shoes.
Like the first time when I come to my house, when I saw the window break.
I'm not going to say nothing, man. I'll be good. DK Bones is going to be good. All right, here we go.
And my door open, and I feel like my heart jumped outside.
It was this hidden trail camera that helped them learn her patterns.
That looked like a freaking squirrel or something. Wow.
Investigators say the suspects spent weeks watching the home.
Or owl.
Even dribbling a basketball in the neighborhood to blend in. Now the suspects are on video crawling out of the home and then jumping into getaway cars. They thought they had gotten away with it, but the drone then tracked the group to their meetup spot. Officers moved in, the takedown all caught on camera. Now 5 suspects now sit in jail charged with burglary.
Oh, wow. 3 males and 2 females. Wow.
Grand theft and criminal mischief. All 5 are Colombian nationals in the U.S. illegally with ICE detainers. And Dana, police reports show that this Colombian crime ring doesn't only span to this neighborhood, but many counties throughout Central Florida.
So yeah, be on your P's and Q's, everyone. Be on your P's and Q's there in the state of Florida. Well, nationwide. It doesn't even have to be illegals. Be on your P's and Q's for any person or persons doing this crazy stuff. Anyway, so next topic of subject, I got a lot of stuff on politics this week because I was supposed to do a stream last week and it all bottled up, but I wanted to get to it. A Democratic mayor of Eglin, Texas, Teresa McShann, is refusing calls to have a forensic audit on the city's finances after $10 million in taxpayer funds went missing, saying, "We can't go back. It's time to move on." Listen to this crap and tell me how you would feel.
So I think that what we can conclude for this, because we can go through this back and forth all night long, we can't do and go back and find because we don't have the people to ask. We don't have a clue of how it was done. We don't have a...
How the heck are you in charge of a city and you can't go back and find where the funds go? You can find out where taxpayers are spending their money or how much they owe you, but you can't go back and find out how much $10 million is lost? Come on.
Track of how it was done. Going back will never get you anywhere if you're going backwards. But you need...
That is a crock out. It's $10 million. It's not $1, $10, $20, or $100. $10 million in taxpayer money. You're not going to go back and investigate that? That is wrong.
We need to figure out what we're going to do going forward and make for sure that what we think may have happened, and yes, what we think may have happened, because I wasn't there, I'm not a finance person, Pam was not there.
But you are in charge of that city, and you should be holding your financial people that are in charge or doing a job and finding out where the money went. That's not an answer your citizens want to hear. And if that's the answer you're going to give, then you don't need to be in that position at all.
She's not a finance person per se. And so we have people that, unfortunately, we did the best that we could possibly do at the time. Yes, ma'am. Okay.
That is not good enough. That is not a good enough answer. That is horrible. And yeah, she's not the first person to do this. Imagine losing $10 million of other people's money and thinking move on is an option. Yeah, everybody take a look at that. These are a lot of people out here in these politics and whatever, and they are wasting our money. They're freaking cheating us and robbing us. These people and these politicians make a bank. They give themselves freaking raises without the voters being able to vote on. I think that's one of the biggest crimes ever, where these politicians sitting on these council, oh yeah, I think we deserve this and this amount. No. How about you don't get a raise until you fix everything we say? And if you want a raise, it goes on the ballot where we say as voters, you get a raise. Exactly. She's a freaking clown. Yeah, this is crazy. Little town in Texas, just down the road of Austin, has riddled with corruption for years. Teresa McShann is current mayor of England. Previous mayor was removed from office. The mayor before that was charged with felony theft. So this whole freaking city, they keep voting. That's the problem. You keep voting for these idiots that are gonna freaking cheat you. Disgusting, man. These people are disgusting. All right, let's move on to the next thing. Before I blow a gasket. This one everybody's seen over the weekend. The truck driver, California. I don't know if I can even show this. But yeah, from what I understand, California has been I guess they're licensed to give CDLs. If anybody can verify that lives in California, their CDLs have been revoked for giving people CDLs because of all the ones they're giving out to drivers who were illegal but shouldn't be driving in this country. We dealt with that here in Florida ourselves, and these people can't even read our freaking traffic signs or anything. So yeah, this is horrible. My prayers and thoughts and prayers are to the families out there, but the families that got lost ones out there that this happened to. But yeah, this is sad, and it shouldn't have happened because they shouldn't have been given the license. All right, other politics. We got our boy, Mr. Fetterman, issued a defiant message to the Democrats threatening to primary him. I'm not afraid of telling the truth. So he's just dropping the ball. Dropping all the information.
Take a few positions that don't toe the line. They're talking about when your cycle comes up, they want to primary you. What is your response to them?
I really I'm not afraid of telling the truth. As I've said, I'll be the Democrat that refuses to lie to the base and pretend that this is right. You know, I'm proud to stand with Israel. I'm proud to say that we need to secure our border. You know, I think it's entirely appropriate to bomb the Iranian nuclear facilities. And now I refuse to call my fellow citizens as they're fascists or Nazis or those things. I mean, I will agree also that we must keep our government open. And if somebody wants to primary me or the party wants to vote me out, it's like I'm going to go down being honest and telling you that this is wrong to do these kinds of things, and I refuse to do that.
I like that. I like the fact that he speaks his mind. He's not part of no freaking agenda. It's sad what happened to him in the past. I think he's starting to get things clearer now, and he's not part of that. Oh yeah, you're using me as a pawn to do your bidding. But he also had another comment from, I think this is the same one.
I don't know why, and I've always refused to say that. And when then the Vice President Harris referred to President Trump as a fascist, and I knew absolutely we lost the plot at that point. You know, if you call the president or someone like a fascist, you're effectively calling the people that are going to vote for him, and then they must be fascists too, or they support fascism and those things, and that's just not true. That's just not it. I happen to know, and I love a lot of people that voted for the president, and they're not fascists, they're not Nazis, they're not trying to destroy the Constitution and all those things. They just happen to have a different priorities, and they love our country in the same ways that Democrats do as well. So I refuse to do those kinds of a thing, because that kind of extreme kinds of rhetoric makes it easier for those kinds of extreme kinds of actions, even like what happened to poor Charlie Kirk and that. And now why you can't allow people to grieve and now use that an opportunity to criticize or to turn it into something. It's like, it's just basic humanity there. And like,
Exactly. And I think a lot of people have lost that basic humanity. I remember there was a time where you could talk politics and still go out and have fun with your friends, and you can be on opposite sides. Now people are so freaking either in the right or left. You're so freaking set in your ways where you're like, well, this guy's a jerk, I'm not going to even hang out with him, because of their extremeness, where they want to hurt someone. Like, people want to freaking eliminate people based on their political views or their personal views, period. I mean, they don't care, man. And let's get back to being human. Let's be able to talk and have conversations.
we're forgetting that we need each other. We need each other here. And now I refuse to be a part of it and comparing people to Hitler and those things, because if that's what's required to win, then I refuse to.
Yeah, I like the fact that he's coming back around, and I don't think he was always the way I think they were using him when he first got into office because of the accident he was in. But I like the fact that he thinks for himself. And I would encourage that with anybody. Think for yourself. And you don't have to be on the right or the left, but you can be independent and think for yourself and draw your own conclusions. Got another video, political video. I did all my, wherever I was looking for my trailers and everything that was mitigating. I do all my political stuff at the end. We got Arnold Schwarzenegger calling out Gavin Newsom. Here we go.
And this was Trump pushing Republican-controlled states to throw out their current congressional maps so as to cook the books, so that it is less likely for Democrats to retake control of the House during the next year midterms. I mean, is it fair to argue that do you believe that the Republican Party is starting this?
After a thorough examination, I have concluded you're a doofus.
No, Jake. There has been gerrymandering going on for 200 years.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
There is such extreme gerrymandering going on that in a state like Massachusetts, that has like 40% of the people voting for Trump, they have 0 representatives. The Republican Party has 0 representatives sent to the House.
He ain't lying.
Think about that. In New Mexico, if 45% of the people voted for Trump and voted Republican, and 0 is sent to the House, 0 representative from the Republican Party.
Jake, you okay?
I think this whole thing about finger pointing and saying they did it, so therefore we should doing it, that's not really the way to go. The one party should outperform the other party. It should be performance.
That's what this democracy is founded on.
It is crazy.
Yeah.
We should outperform them. That is what the way the action is.
Yep. So, yeah, I guess they don't like how they don't like the pointer finger back in their face kind of a thing. I got a few more articles to get to, and then we will be done with the political stuff. This is Florida. Oh, I already did this one. Sorry about that, guys. Bring this back up again. Again, hit like and subscribe if you like what you see. This is from everyone's favorite rapper, Kanye West. I don't agree with everything he is. I think he's a loony, but I agree with this comment he says. So I'm not on his side with everything else, so don't quote me on this, but listen to what he has to say.
Hey, everybody. I just got off the phone with Kim. I told her to stop antagonizing me with this TikTok thing. I said it's never again. I am her father. I know y'all don't respect fathers and the idea of family, and media tries to promote something. I said I'm not allowing my daughter to be used by TikTok, to be used by Disney. I have a say-so. And then when people say, oh, they're going to use this for you in court, I didn't have a say-so on whether or not they went to Sierra Canyon. Most men do not. There's no such thing as 50-50 custody with in society today. That's not.
I have to agree with that. There's no such thing as 50-50 society, especially if the state gets involved. You say 50-50, the guy's going to pay. Majority of the time, the guy's going to pay child support. Period.
It always leans towards the mom. But right now, and I'm happy that you guys got to see just a small piece of what I dealt with. You understand what I'm saying? Hey,
I can't believe if that's what his daughter looks like. Like, is that like that's her? Will Smith's daughter and Kim Kardashian. That is horrible, man. What the freak is or this is her right here? I don't get this. Why do this to yourself? You're a beautiful girl and you got tattoos all over your face. Don't. This is horrible, man. Horrible. And the father's don't have any say so. I'm gonna end this stream on military history. Normally I do a comedy, but I don't know. I didn't feel like doing comedy this week or this stream. Anyways, this is U.S. history. Dropping a nuclear bomb. So this is 1954, U.S. Air Force B-157B Canterbury captured footage of the Castle Bravo, most powerful nuclear test ever conducted in the United States. That is crazy. And, you know, this is not even what they have now. It's more powerful. The weapons they have out there is way more powerful than this. This is back in the 50s. So imagine if we do have a nuclear war. Yeah, this is intense. Anyways, for those who were watching, thank you for watching. Again, I'm going to end the show with if anyone is dealing with any kind of domestic violence, male or female, your children or anything that's involved, please reach out to this number. It's a good friend of mine. I know her personally, and you can get help. But again, hit that like and subscribe. I love what I'm doing. If anyone gets a chance, I've been doing I started my James Bond videos of starting with Dr. No, and with No Time to Die. It's probably going to take weeks, maybe a couple months to do so. Got a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes, but I appreciate everyone that follows me, that looks at my content, likes and subscribe to my channels, and I'll hit you guys on the next one.